What is up, guys? Welcome to our video talking about how we are going to be speaking things into existence and our experience on how we've done it.
Yes. If you guys could do us a huge favor, subscribe and like this video for the algorithm. Thank you, and we're gonna get right into this. So,
Absolutely.
Speaking our dreams into existence, this was something we really struggled with at first because we really didn't believe this at first. And the biggest thing you have to do is believe to start, you know?
And it may sound corny, and I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people, especially when we first started off, they all told us, hey, really, to be honest, what are you guys doing sitting in the office, really just like creating these little dream boards and vision boards and stuff like that. A lot of times, to be honest, that's the stuff that our mentors taught us. We're just simply like copying and pasting the things that they told us what to do. So as far as like a vision board, it may seem very cringe and like corny, but
what
honestly,
is a vision board?
Like tell them what a vision board is. That's what
honestly, like I consider a vision board like a blueprint of where you're gonna head in the future. That's literally where I think like the roadmap of what you're really trying to accomplish. And essentially it's like your dreams in your head, but you could actually see it now. And for everything, for you to believe it, you have to see it. You can't, it's very hard to just believe something that's in the air forever. It can only be in your head so long, and you just think about it every day, and it's itching you, and it's itching you. So what I tell people is simply go to Walmart, get the big board for about like $3 it would cost you. And you can just start printing things that you want to envision in your future. So what a vision board is, it's just a big board that outlines everything you want. For us, for instance, one of the things was before we even started our business, when we were in college, my dream was to start a business. I always wanted to start a business. I was going to school for a business major and everything in college, but I was like, yo, I don't want to work for anybody. My dream is start a business. I didn't know what business it was. I didn't know what industry. I didn't even know how to do business at all. But all I did was I just put it on my vision board, and that's the first thing I actually created. That was my first step towards getting to my goals, was I created a vision board. And the first one was create a business, and then it was other things. But once I put the business on there, I started to actually take steps towards making my business dreams come true. So what I did was I started going to these business networking events. I started talking to people that are in business. I started asking them, hey, what is it that keeps you up at night? I started asking really important questions to really solidify if this is even what I want to do before I even take a risk with any money or anything. I just started asking them, hey, what keeps you up at night? Hey, what don't you like about business? What do you like about business? Why is it? And everybody had the same question. Freedom. They had freedom. Some of them were struggling with money, but they still had freedom, and it's their dream, and essentially this is what they love. And something about that just moved me, So that was, I think, my first experience with a vision board. And ever since, I literally update it every single year, and I try to make it goals that I can't hit. Even if I get close to it, at least I aimed high and I got close to it.
Absolutely. And you touch on some very good points, like what you did with going into business. You put that on your dream board, and I want to speak about really the power of what that actually does. When your brain sees what I guess you put it on your you said your bedroom, like you looked at it every single day.
First thing that I seen in the morning and last thing that I seen at night.
And even a wallpaper like on your phone, like put those things where you see it every day, because honestly your brain you got to help your brain out. You got to use your brain as a tool. You got to allow your brain to just see how, like, if you just keep it in your head, that's all it's going to be. If you put it on paper and you put it on something physical that your brain can see, you're helping your brain out by actually, your brain will actually start to process, okay, how do I start a business? Okay, his brain looked at I want to own a business, and then it started to put things together, the steps, like, okay, go to a networking event, go talk to business owners, go, you know what I mean? Because ultimately when you see things every single day, your brain is going to have curiosity built up, and then you're going to strive towards actually achieving those goals. They become reasonable. They actually become reasonable. That's the key thing here. Your dreams become very reasonable and easy. And
written down.
Absolutely.
The biggest thing was when starting the business, I'm not gonna lie, I did not know how this was gonna even be possible, because it was such a big thing. Every time I think of business, I think of the big guys, these big dogs like Gary Vee, Target CEO, Walmart CEO, these big guys, and I'm like, how am I gonna ever get there? I'm never gonna get there. I'm never gonna be that successful. I'm never gonna get there. But the thing that I never thought about is they all started somewhere. You know, that's literally everybody.
Absolutely.
It all started somewhere. And that all started whether the vision board or whatever it was that worked for them. But for me, in my instance, I think the vision board was honestly the biggest step that made me get uncomfortable. And every time I see the vision board, I'm like, wow, okay, I gotta achieve that. So I went to a networking event, and this is how the next step that I did. After I met somebody that I was interested in this industry, I bought them coffee, sat down, got into a deeper conversation, literally started taking notes, started taking notes. And then I did more research on that. And that was the steps that I was taking when I was first starting, you know?
And I want to get into affirmations, how powerful that is. You know, you see your vision board, you see something. Now, what are some things that can help your dream and vision to actually become a reality? It's affirmations. What you tell yourself.
To explain to them, what is an affirmation?
In reality, it's essentially what it basically is, you know, you telling yourself, you seeing something every single day, and you telling yourself these things and actually believing it. Your brain will ultimately start to believe it once you repeat it many, many, many times. And you can do that simply with just putting it on on your lock screen. You're great.
We're gonna put it right here. What's on
this
lock screen? This right here.
Exactly. So we look at every time we unlock the phone. This is what we look at every single day. You know, and there include things like I am, I'm great, I am powerful, I am, wealthy, I am, great, and I look forward to today. All these things are just simple things that ultimately, when we see those things, we start believing them. And then ultimately, it can just, throughout your day, you start to feel these things. And it's all about energy. You start to just, go about your day to day, and you talking to business owners and all that kind of stuff. You start to actually speak things into existence, and you get so much closer towards your goals. It sounds, very simple, but it's very effective. With
affirmations, when I was first starting, even at the beginning stage, I really thought, I always believed in the vision board before affirmations, Then Sal was telling me, hey, I started doing this new thing called affirmations. I'm like, yo, what is that? No, why would I just look in the mirror at myself every day and say, I am powerful, I am wise, I am great? And I didn't start believing until he's like, yo, I'm 1 month in, I've been meditating, I've been doing this. I'm like, yo, he's taking more steps than me. I can't go, I gotta do that. So once I started doing it, my whole mindset even changed even more after the vision board. The vision board is just you seeing something, and this is like the vision, this is where you're headed. But affirmations are actually transforming you every day. My confidence started going up. I started believing in myself more. I started thinking the things that were on my vision board, wow, this is too small. I can do better than this. So affirmations even made it 10 times better. So that's why we really want you guys to start doing some affirmations, whether it's even the small things. You could even just say 5 things a day. Just look in the mirror, believe in yourself. Because essentially, all this is confidence.
That's what it is, yeah.
Who closes the most deals? The most confident person in the room.
They might be the least educated, but then it's just the confidence that really, and that's the thing we realized once we started really going into these rooms, we realized that people just, the main thing is you just have to believe in yourself. Say, I want you guys to actually, take the time, write a few things down, and once you start saying them enough times where your brain actually starts to believe it, then it'll actually happen. Exactly. That's ultimately what it is,
Exactly.
Like
one of our friends, he dreams of this car that's the G-Wagon. The G-Wagon is essentially his dream car, right? So, and when we met, he's like, yo, almost every time we meet, he talks about this car. But now he's actually taking steps, and he's getting financially close to where he could purchase this vehicle. All because he made it in his vision board 2 years ago. It's been up there for 2 whole years. Imagine saving for something for 2 whole years, every day saying, I am gonna get this car. That car is mine. And he drives, and now the car is just passing him every day. Every single day he sees this car. So how close do you think of him getting that vehicle? He's super close, because he literally speaks into existence every day. It's on his vision board. The car is even getting close to him, and it's just literally the greatest thing, honestly, that I tell people's vision board, affirmation, speak things into existence. And those are steps you guys could actually start doing now. You don't even need to be a business owner. You could be a college student. You could be a high school student, even a middle schooler, If your dream is to get into your dream college, you can speak that into existence every day. Take the right steps, your grades. Because the thing is, our brains need a roadmap.
Yeah,
believe it or not, we need a roadmap. We need to see where we're going every single time. That's why I say the most organized people are always the most successful people. A genius that's disorganized, that's everywhere, will not be successful as a normal guy that's just super organized, that has everything aligned. because you know the next step. That's all it comes down to.
Absolutely, and that's the key thing. Affirmations, really just putting it. I want you guys to start creating your vision boards and send us your vision boards. And honestly, you'd be surprised when you start speaking things into existence and you start to have affirmations, and you start to just do these simple things. You'll start to realize the actual shortcut. Like for example, it's a shortcut. When you start to actually, people will help you. You'll start to, meet, and when you network and you tell people about your dreams and your visions, you'll see people like, hey, I know that was easy for me to acquire that. You'll start to meet mentors that'll say, okay, yeah, no, it's actually pretty easy to get that. And you'll be like, how, really? And then they'll see how much passion you have. You gotta get it out of your head. That's the key thing.
You're in your own way. You're the one that's blocking your own success.
That's the biggest thing. You're blocking your own success.
Nobody else is holding you back.
Yep.
You're holding yourself back.
Yep.
And especially when we tell our mentors, yeah, this is happening now, and it was on my vision board from a year ago. They're like, wow, okay, yeah, I told you it works, but you see now it's working. So once I seen the first thing come true off my vision board, then the second thing became true, then the third thing. And now I believe in it so much. Every single year I make a new one, and I do goals that I probably can't achieve that year, but it's so high that I'll even get farther than if I don't sell myself short. That's another thing. Don't sell yourself short. That is huge.
Biggest thing, because we realized we had to keep changing our vision boards. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's the one thing, to be honest. Like when you put something on the vision board, you'll start to realize, okay, this is actually attainable. This is very easy to do. Okay, next. And then you're gonna see yourself, you have to create another vision board, and then you have to create another vision board. And that's why we say, have huge, I'm talking about, whatever you think that you're capable of, times it by not even 3, 10. You see what I'm saying? Multiply that by 10, and that's what 10x that. Once you actually do that, then you'll be honestly you'll realize that things are just. You set your own limitations. Yeah. You capped yourself. Exactly. You put a barrier on your own limitations. So don't do that. Start to shoot high, so that way you guys can actually get the things that you guys are truly passionate about, or the things that you truly want.
Exactly. Thank you guys for listening to this video. We're going to be doing way more of these videos, a lot more. So smash the like button if you like that.
Absolutely.
Subscribe. And share this with your friends if you care about them. So again, thank you guys, and we are out.